Don't forget to click that subscribe and bell icon to receive a notification each time I upload a new video. Hi everyone, it's Mike here. So I thought I would make this video before I started getting comments and questions about how it's going to affect my YouTube channel. Now I'm referring to COPPA or COPPA, which is the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act that the Federal Trade Commission over in the USA has or will be updating in January to include YouTube content. It's all very kind of convoluted, it's all very complicated, but the long and the short and the tall of it is it's going to affect the way that YouTube content creators or anybody who actually creates content online for children, or content that can be accessible for children or is deemed to be attractive for children to watch. So it's kind of an all-encompassing piece of legislation, but because YouTube is based in the US, then all YouTube channels fall within the purview, if you like, so we've all got to comply with these new rules. But the law itself, or the act itself, is so convoluted, it's so vague, it's so nonsensical as to any YouTube video could fall within the boundaries or the scope of the act, even if the intention isn't there. A YouTube video such as if your YouTube channel is about parenting, about how to be a good parent and how to handle kids and all that kind of stuff, because it features children, then it's classed as a child video made for kids, even though the video was actually intentionally made for adults. But because it features children, it's deemed attractive to children to watch, so therefore it would fall under that category too. And there are lots and lots of other YouTube channels and YouTube categories, such as toy reviews, all that kind of stuff, book reviews, that would all fall under this kind of channel. Even people who review toys for adults, it would still be classed as. The rules in there are just so ridiculously vague that they could literally beat anybody with a stick with it. But the problem is that the penalties for misrepresenting your video are so large, up to $42,000 plus, just over $42,000 per video that they're deemed to be misrepresented. It obviously has got a lot of people scared, and a lot of YouTube content creators have already, or so I've heard, whether it's just hearsay or not, or whether it is true, I've heard that a few YouTube content creators have deleted all the videos and closed their channels down because they're just too frightened of being targeted and being fined for the content because it's so vague. So what am I going to do? Well, the law doesn't come into effect until the 1st of January 2020. So at the minute, nothing. I'm not doing anything at all. And underlying every single thing with this COPPA Act, it's all about advertising, and it's all about advertising revenue and targeting kids with adverts. So if you remove the advertising thing totally out of the equation on your YouTube channel, i.e. you demonetize all of your YouTube videos, then there's not going to be an issue, apart from the fact that you're going to be losing out on that revenue that's generated for those adverts that play on your videos. Now granted, it's not every video, and the amount of revenue that I personally receive is not huge amounts of money on a monthly basis. We're not talking huge amounts of money. We're not talking millions, we're not talking thousands. I'm lucky if I get over the hundreds. I've been building my YouTube channel up now since 2015, so almost 5 years worth of videos, and my revenue per month from the adverts that I get rarely tops $200. and the money that I receive for that obviously goes into paying for bills, and pays for the website hosting. It pays for the stock that I buy for the stencils and all that kind of stuff. It's all ploughed back into the channel. If I had to remove all that out of the equation, then I would have to find some other way of supplementing my income to pay for it. So it's not a huge thing. So currently the YouTube ad revenue that I receive every month is only around about a sixth of my monthly income. Roundabout. I've got other income streams. I've got the income that comes in from the website and the products that I sell on my website, which has nothing to do with YouTube. Granted, I promote the products, my digis, my stencils, my handmade journals, my laser cuts, through my YouTube videos, but I can continue to do that even without adverts playing. So for me to get around all this in January is kind of a simple one. I just have to take that hit and turn off monetization on my YouTube videos, which isn't a problem, providing that I do have something that takes or replaces that money that I would lose through the ad revenue. And there are lots of other different things that I can do. Obviously, I can offer more for sale on my website. I can offer more digis. I can offer more journals. I can offer other products other than stencils and laser cuts on my website. That's always an option. I can do more commissioned handmade journals. I'm not going to turn down that business. So yeah, if I had to lose the ad revenue, then I could do that, no problem. And if it means that I have to either mark all my videos as child friendly, which I suppose in a way they are. I don't swear while I'm making them, but sometimes art journal content deals with adult themes, adult content, adult emotions, adult life situations, So my videos aren't really child friendly, so I'd be loath to say that they are, because they're not really. But then again, they're not what YouTube also class as 18 plus, adult rated, because none of them contain swearing or violence or or nudity, bar one. But that's already marked as being 18 plus anyway, and I never got paid anything on that one because it was demonetized, and that was deliberate. I never had monetization on that video, and it was always from the word go marked as an adult video. But that again dealt with that particular thing about nudity in art. So none of my videos really, on a regular basis, let's just say, none of my videos ever really deal with violence, nudity, swearing, that kind of stuff. So for me to mark all my YouTube videos as 18 plus adult only, I would also lose all of my ad revenue, because you can't monetize a video like that according to YouTube. So according to YouTube, and I'll put the thing on the screen now. When I upload a video, these are the options now that we have on screen. So we've got, is your video child friendly? And you can click it, or made for kids, you can click it. I can't actually see the exact wording right at this very moment in time. Here we go. Let's just grab that up on my screen there, so I can see what you're seeing now. So under the audience bit, when I upload a video, and then all content creators will be able to see this on their YouTube studio when they upload a video. It said, audience, is this video made for kids? Regardless of your location, you're legally required to conform to the US Children's Online Privacy Protection Act and other laws. You're required to tell us whether your videos are made for kids. Yes, it's made for kids. No, it's not made for kids. As you can see, mine's ticked, no, it's not made for kids. If I ticked yes, it would automatically demonetize all my videos. And this is on the channel level as well. You can do this on channel level rather than just per video. It would demonetize all of my videos that are marked yes, made for kids. Now, in the States, a kid is classed as somebody 13 and under. So anybody up to the age of 13. So If your videos are intended for those, then you cannot monetize them. So bear that in mind. From right the way up to the age of 13, you can't monetize the videos. So if you look underneath that, you've got age restriction in the advanced section. It says, do you want to restrict your video to an adult audience? It says these videos are not shown in certain areas of YouTube. By default, age-restricted videos won't include ads and can't be monetized. So that's 18 plus. As you can see underneath, yes, restrict my video to viewers over 18. Or no, don't restrict my video to viewers over 18. So you can see the maths there. If it's yes, made for kids, you can't monetize it at all up to the age of 13. And if it's yes, restrict for viewers over 18, because it's adult content, then it's 18 plus. So what YouTube are actually saying now is that unless you make a video which is intended for 14 to 17-year-olds, you can't monetize it because there's nowhere in between. So literally the only age group you can make videos for and monetize for now are from 14 to 17, which is ridiculous and is not a very good way to run a business. So I'm going to be loath to restrict access to my videos to over 18-year-olds. None of my videos are made for kids, so I can never ever click that yes, it's made for kids. I just can't do it. But really, they don't fall under that 18 plus banner either, because they don't contain nudity, they don't contain violence, they don't contain bad language. So we're kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. So, like I said, what am I going to do about it? Well, like I said, nothing at the minute. I'm going to wait for a while to see whether there's any more clarification or whether or not certain categories on YouTube will get dealt with in different ways. Whether arts and crafts gets dealt with in a different way or in the same way that like parenting videos and family friendly videos get dealt with, don't know yet. So I'm not going to panic and I'm not going to start changing stuff. I can put a slide at the beginning of all my videos like you saw in this one. That was a little bit of an experiment. Just to say at the beginning, right, this isn't made for kids, it's made for an adult audience, and leave it at that and see what happens. Until the Federal Trade Commission start fining people, then we're not really going to know who they're going for first, whether they're going to go for those channels that do like gaming and that kind of stuff, whether they're going to go for those kind of channels first to start targeting them. I can't imagine that they are actually going to go for arts and crafts YouTubers or content creators. I can't really see that happening, because it's kind of the reverse of what it should be. Because it's not going to be a case of, they're not going to go for those channels that make content for kids. They're going to go for channels that don't make content for kids, but they think should be made for kids or should be made only for kids. Which is bizarre, because when you read the guidance of what constitutes a kid-friendly video, like I said, it's so vague and nonsensical as anything could fall within that category. I mean, they even mentioned having bright bouncy music and vibrant colours. We all strive to have interesting music and vibrant colours. Nobody makes a video deliberately for it to be dull and boring and uninteresting. It's ridiculous. It's not just kids that are attracted towards bright colours and music. So, the people who actually wrote the COPPA Act are obviously legislators, not lawyers, and don't know that much about YouTube and the content that's on YouTube. They can't do, because otherwise they'd be more well informed as to what exactly is going on. But regardless, so for those of you that wanted to know how I'm going to handle it, then I'm not just yet, until there's more clarification on what they're going to do and how it's going to do. YouTube will have to do more than what they've done already, they will have to give more guidance and more clear cut. I can use my analytics to show that I have 0 viewers under the age of 17, to be precise, and that the majority of my viewers are within a certain age range, well over 18. The majority of my viewers are in that 40 to 70 year range, well outside. So I do not target, I do not create videos for anybody pretty much under the age of 18. So yeah, so I think I'm going to be okay. But saying that, I don't know. And until we get further information, further clarification, I don't really see the point in starting to alter and change the way that I create videos, or I'm not going to change the monetization until I really have to. So yeah, you'll know more when we know more. So that's pretty much it. But if you've got any ideas on ways that I can demonetize my account and have additional supplementary revenue coming in through, I've already got my angels, thank you very much, those of you that make angel donations. I don't really want to go down the Patreon route because that's a fixed amount every month, and I know not a lot of people can afford a fixed amount every month. I'd rather people just made donations of how much they want, whenever, and the frequency that they can afford. I'd rather keep it that way. And then of course I've got the money coming in from the products from my website too, and then I've also got revenue coming in from my day job, which the less money that I have coming in via YouTube and my website, the more that I have to do day job wise, and the more day job stuff that I have to do, the less time I've got to create content for YouTube. It's a double-edged sword. It's a seesaw. You know, if I do one, I can't do the other. You know, it's either YouTube videos, website, or it's day job. It's day job, or it's one or the other. So I do need another revenue stream to come in. So if you've got any ideas, please leave them in the comments section below, and I'll have a read through and see if there's anything that I can maybe use, maybe change, maybe do, and then I can just get rid of the adverts off my YouTube videos altogether and just be done and dusted with the whole thing and not have to worry about anything at all, which would be great for everybody. So yeah, so that's it from me. Please remember, if you found this, well, not really informative because I can't really tell you any information really, I'll see you all again real soon. Bye for now. I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. Thank you.